Previously on the Ultimate Career.
Lights out and away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix, and what a start, one of the best starts we've got all season, just when we need it the most. Pulling over to the side is Lewis Hamilton. There you can see him at the side of the track, and our championship rival in controversial style is out of the Grand Prix. Mark Webber may have taken the victory, but we have taken a very important second place, getting 18 points on the board, and as we celebrate coming over the line, that is a vital race for the championship. Is it going to be enough for pole? All we can do now is look in the top left corner, and it is. And I can tell you guys, that was the most satisfying lap I have done all season. Jenson Button comes up alongside us and goes ahead of us into the hairpin. Anyway, onto lap 14, you can just see there Alonso getting past Maldonado, and it was heartbreak for the Williams guys. Although we do manage to take the victory, it just wasn't quite that double podium we were looking for. But anyway, we come across the line, and what a dominant race that was, I must say. We now have a 41-point lead over Lewis Hamilton and 54 over Mark Webber, so it's looking very good. What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are back for the first time in a long time at the Bud International Circuit, which means the Ultimate Career is back. Yes, the 2012 Indian Grand Prix here for the Ultimate Career. Smash a like if you're happy to see this series back. Obviously, I'm at university now. This is actually my first upload, I believe, when I'm actually at uni. I've been here for quite a while now, but yeah, I'm hoping to bring the Ultimate Career out every couple of weeks or so, just sort of as and when I get time. But yeah, hopefully I brought you up to date with what was going on in the championship after the last race. So yeah, we're sort of running away with the title at the moment, so this could be a pivotal race and in fact seal the title. So yeah, hopefully it can be an exciting one. We didn't race here last year, which means this is the first time which we've actually raced in India. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into qualifying. So qualifying was here for the Indian Grand Prix, and seeing as we haven't done this circuit in the Ultimate Career before, and obviously it hasn't been on the calendar for a couple of years, I'll take you guys round a lap with me in Q3. We sailed through the first two sessions, and we're definitely in contention for the pole position, obviously leading the championship at the moment. But anyway, going into turn 1, braking at around the 100-meter board before clipping that inside apex beautifully, running it out onto the exit curb and towards turn 3, which is an uphill braking zone, meaning we can brake pretty late. We're a little bit wide into there, we didn't even get near to the apex, but now we unleash it onto this main straight, around about 1 kilometre long, I believe. One of the longest on the calendar for sure. So we've got the DRS open, checking we're in rich mix, a little bit late by that point, it has to be said, but braking now at the 150 meter board, and we again just missing that apex, not quite hooking it up at the moment. Losing sort of a couple of tenths at those two corners, but it's a 40.5 first sector. We are in fact the first car to set a time. But into the technical middle sector, these sort of series of left-right chicanes, cambered nicely, but they can definitely throw you off, especially that one. And if we'd have taken any more curve, I think we probably would have been thrown off the circuit. But this is a turn which I very much like. We had to drop down into third gear though, which I didn't like whatsoever. We would have liked to have kept it in fourth, but track extending a little bit there. Obviously this is a circuit famous for track extending, and was back when it was on the calendar, nearly losing it on the exit there at the start of sector 3. But going into second gear, again running a little bit wide, but we do seem to be getting some good exit speed. So yeah, that was obviously our target for this lap. Anyway, coming around the final corner, and what is it going to be? It is a 1 minute 28.783, and that took us into second position. But you can see there we are purple through the first sector. Our first sector is incredible, a second up on anyone, trying to tidy up this middle sector now, and we leave the DRS open, a rookie error, and that meant that first lap was our best of the session. So unfortunately we have to settle for P4, 3 tenths off pole position, but hopefully we can make that up in the race. It's Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button on the front row of the grid.
Didn't even get to cross.
Yes, here we are on the grid.
4th position at the moment, behind the 2 McLarens and Sebastian Vettel, but we're revving up now to the 5 red lights. And away we go. Our title rival is in pole position, but we have 41 points on him. But we cannot afford starts like that. It's a horrific start. Down into 7th position as we go into turn 1, and we tried to make that up. We do in fact get back up to P5, but Roman Grosjean has still made that position up on us, and we're going to try and go down the inside into turn 3, and taking that tighter line may compromise us, but I believe that's Sebastian Vettel who's run wide, so we'll get a lovely slipstream off him. Getting past him now midway through the straight, once again a slipstream off Grosjean, who's getting one off one of the McLarens. I believe that's Jenson Button. So going down the inside, there wasn't a lot of room there, but we do manage to get past and locking on front tyre, but somehow, after being 7th before turn 1, we are back up into P2. Let's have a look at this double overtake. You can see going right to the inside of the circuit. Not too big a lockup because you can't actually see it on the replay, but a lovely, lovely move down the inside of Jenson Button especially, and then you can see the other cars streaming through the background. But yeah, end of lap 3, and as you can see, we're sort of a little bit behind Lewis Hamilton. He's got 3 seconds on us, but we have managed to pull a little bit of a gap to Button. So yeah, Hamilton definitely got the pace this weekend. You can't really argue with that. But lap 4, and we nearly lose it on the exit, meaning that Button has closed right up on us now, and that is going to do it's going to do our tyres no good, and also it's going to do the Lewis Hamilton's lead a lot of good. But yeah, we're going to carry on for another lap. I thought about pitting at the end of the lap because the tyres were just shot. Yeah, the soft tyre's really not well suited to the circuit, and we get a poor exit off the last turn. And Jenson Button has punished us for that, getting up into 2nd position, but he brakes very early into turn 1. And that means that we can get a pretty good exit, and sure enough, on the next straight we now have an opportunity to get past him. We are going to get DRS, and surely we're going to try and make another move down the inside like we did on lap 1, but he's going to go to the inside this time. We go further to the inside. It's such a wide bit of track, and well, we just sort of close the door on him. We take a very, very narrow line, which compromises our exit, and I don't believe he's going to get past. No, he is. He has managed to get back past us, and all that hard work that we did is completely undone. This is doing Lewis Hamilton's lead a world of good as well. He's got about 7 seconds on us now, and Button pit, so I thought, you know what, I'll do the opposite of him, because, you know, we saw how difficult it was to get past him with that straight line speed of the McLaren, so we're going to carry on for another lap. And now on lap 6, towards the end of lap 6, we are now going to come into the pit lane. So Lewis Hamilton has decided to come in, and we run a little bit wide. You can just see how bad the tyres have worn in this stint, and I think just in the race in general, it's you know, going to be very difficult on tyre wear. But obviously now we are going to put on the hard tyres, so maybe they will be a little bit more durable. And, you know, maybe we should have come in a lap earlier, but that decision has gone now, and we are on to the start of lap 7. Sergio Perez is carrying on. Obviously, a well-renowned driver for being very light on his tyres. But, yeah, Hamilton's back out, and he is in the lead as well, so that's crucial for him. You know, not being stuck behind Perez, and I believe there's someone else there as well. It's Nico Rosberg, actually. So anyway, they've peeled off into the pits at the end of lap 7. We are up into P2, and now it is the pursuit of Lewis Hamilton. You can see 5.9 seconds, so we've got a lot of pace on these hard tyres. We've actually managed to sort of gain a couple of seconds, but then at the end of lap 8, you can see it goes back up to 6.2. End of lap 9, you know, you can just sort of gauge what sort of lap times we're doing. Now down to 4.3, so a fantastic lap on lap 9. And you can see that blue dot on the mini-map is getting closer and closer. And sure enough, down to 3.2 seconds at the end of lap 10. And by lap 13, we can see the McLaren driver now in the foreground, and we go purple on lap 13, and wow, the gap is down to less than 2 seconds. So will we be able to get within DRS range? And in fact, we've now got back markers involved, so this could very much play into our hands, and I'm not quite sure who it is, but Hamilton's going to try and go down his inside, and it doesn't quite work. He's shut the door on him. That's very poor from whatever back marker it is, but I'm not going to complain whatsoever. And now coming through this section, and Hamilton's pushed him off. It was a Marussia, in fact, so I'm not sure whether it was Glock or Peak, but nonetheless, Lewis Hamilton showing no chill whatsoever. Just look at this. And, well, he just doesn't care. He's just absolutely barged him off the circuit. I mean, there's a little bit of karma for holding him up, and maybe it will cost Lewis Hamilton. Maybe that is in his head, as we are now on lap 15, the final lap of the race, and just look how much more confidence we've got on the brakes. We pitted on the same lap, but our tyres just seem to have worn so much better. Hamilton was quicker at the start of the stint, but now we are very much coming into our own. There's another back marker. I think Hamilton may in fact get DRS from him, we'll have to see, but he moves over to one side, the HRT, and just look at that closing speed. Hamilton doesn't get the DRS, we do, we move up into the lead, and surely that is game, set and match in terms of the title. And well, there is surely no coming back from that for Lewis Hamilton. And just look at it. It was just so easy. I mean, I was expecting, you know, when I was closing into him, I thought, you know, maybe a little last lap lunge, but that would just breeze past. And that just shows how quick this Williams is coming round the final corner, and it is going to be another victory in this 2012 season. What a win, what a race, and wow, what a recovery. P7 to P1, and Pastor Maldonado there in 8th place as well, so a pretty good race for Williams, it has to be said. And well, just look at that. We take the fastest lap of the race by about 0.7 of a second. I really enjoyed racing around this India circuit. I mean, I was really in the groove by the end of the race as well. Romain Grosjean getting a podium, so shout out to him. And also Michael Schumacher in 4th. Kobayashi 7th. So there was a lot of good performances and some poor ones as well from the likes of Sebastian Vettel. And I was going to say Daniel Ricciardo before realising it was actually in the Toro Rosso. But there you can see the Drivers' Championship. 48 points is the lead. So if we beat Lewis Hamilton next race, we will probably be Drivers' Champion, because we've got to get that 50-point lead going into the final 2 rounds. And there we are, McLaren Mercedes at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Williams there sitting in 3rd, so pretty decent, it has to be said. But that concludes another episode of The Ultimate Career. I hope you guys have really enjoyed the return of it. Make sure to leave a like down below and also comment your thoughts on this season. It would be fantastic to hear. Like I said, I'm going to try and upload these every couple of weeks if I can. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.